Ethiopian Prime Minister, and climate change activist shot dead in Mogadishu. Back to Dalsan TV English News. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who traveled to Ethiopia for an official two-day visit, has held talks with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and Italy Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, respectively.
President Mohamud on Friday traveled to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia for a two-day official visit. According to Villa Somalia, President Mohamud is in Addis Ababa for a trilateral meeting with Prime Minister of Ethiopia and Italy, Abiy Ahmed and Giorgia Meloni, respectively. President Mohamud's visit to Ethiopia is significant as it marks a renewed effort by Somalia to strengthen its ties with its neighbors and international community. The head of state also discussed a range of issues including the security situation in the region, economic cooperation, and the fight against terrorism. The leaders reaffirmed their commitment to working together to promote stability and development in the Horn of Africa. The meeting between the two leaders comes at a time when the region is facing various challenges, including the ongoing conflict in Ethiopia's Tigray region and the instability in Somalia. The discussions between President Mohamud and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed are expected to contribute to the efforts to address these challenges and promote peace and stability in the region. President Mohamud's visit to Ethiopia is also an opportunity for him to showcase Somalia's progress in recent years in rebuilding its institutions and infrastructure. Despite the challenges, Somalia has made significant strides in areas such as security sector reform, economic development, and political stability. Generally, the meeting between the President and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is a positive step towards promoting regional cooperation and addressing challenges facing the Horn of Africa. It is hoped that this visit will lead to increased collaboration between Ethiopia and Somalia and Italy and contribute to efforts to promote peace, security, and development in the region.
Now, Cuban government has hinted that it is putting more efforts to secure the release of two of its doctors abducted near Kenya's border with Somalia. In a Twitter post, the president said he informed the country that the deliberate efforts have been undertaken to rescue the doctors who were kidnapped by the militants from Mandera County in northeastern Kenya.
The Cuban government has hinted that it's putting more effort to secure the release of two of its doctors abducted near Kenya's border with Somalia. In a Twitter post, President Miguel Diaz-Canel informed the country that deliberate efforts have been undertaken to rescue the doctors who were kidnapped by the militants from Mandera County in northeastern Kenya, where they were stationed at the time of the incident. Last year, Kenyan government sentenced Somali-Kenyan driver to life in jail for helping Al-Shabaab abduct two Cuban doctors in Mandera County near Kenya's border with Somalia. The former Mandera County government driver, Isaac Robo, was ferrying two Cuban doctors that were abducted in 2019 and taken to Somalia, has been jailed for life. Mr. Robo appeared before Milimani Senior Principal Magistrate Martha Nanzushi yesterday. He was found guilty of participating in a conspiracy to kidnap doctors Asel Herrera and Landy Hernandez. Last year, 14 Iranian fishermen returned home after years in captivity by Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. They were freed after lengthy negotiations with government officials, tribal chiefs, and Somali elders. More so, the group abducted at least 21 civilians and ended up slaughtering them in what is linked to local mobilization against the militants in Hiran, Galgaduud, and Bay regions in Somalia.
Gunmen have shot dead a prominent climate change activist in Mogadishu amid an increased violence against civil society members and government critics. Abdurrahman was returning to home from prayers when gunmen approached him and shot him dead several times.
With the burgeoning cases of violence against civil society members, gunmen have shot dead Abdurrahman Ali Mohamud, a prominent climate change activist in Mogadishu, on Thursday night. Abdurrahman was heading to his residence when gunmen approached him and shot him several times on the head and chest, according to friends and family. According to the witnesses, the gunmen who executed Abdurrahman were dressed in police uniform and had managed to escape the scene. Nobody has been brought to book and no group has yet claimed the responsibility of the attack. Police in Mogadishu are yet to comment on this latest attack. The killing of Abdurrahman comes amid in a string of violent attacks on members of the Somali civil society. Last week, gunmen shot dead a local female aid worker, Shukri Al-Mahad Ale, 32 in Dainile district, Mogadishu. Shukri was working with the UNICEF as a polio vaccination volunteer. No arrests have been made in the connection with her murder too. In 2019, Somali-Canadian human rights activist Almas Elman, who was shot dead in Mogadishu. Almas was a prominent and dedicated activist. She worked on social justice, women's rights and rehabilitation of children affected by conflict in Somalia. She was also associated with Elman Peace Center, an organization working to promote peace in Somalia. Her sister, Elwat Elman, was nominated for the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize for her work promoting peace in Somalia. Her father, Elman Ali Ahmed, also a peace activist, was assassinated for his work in Mogadishu in 1996.
Now on to our last story. Kenya has launched its first operational Earth observation satellite on Saturday on board SpaceX, freed from Elon Musk rocket company, showed. The satellite, developed by 9 Kenyan engineers, will collect agricultural and environmental data, including on floods, drought, wildfire management to combat food security.
Kenya launched its first operational Earth observation satellite on Saturday on board a SpaceX rocket from the United States. A live feed from Elon Musk rocket company showed. The satellite, developed by 9 Kenyan engineers, will collect agricultural and environmental data, including on floods, droughts and wildfires, that authorities plan to use for disaster management and to combat food insecurity. The Falcon 9 rocket carrying the Taifa 1 satellite took off at about 6:48 a.m. GMT without incident from Vandenberg Base in California, after 3 postponements due to bad weather. Taifa 1 separation confirmed, SpaceX said in its broadcast when the satellite was released about an hour and 4 minutes after the rocket's launch. The satellite was put together with the help of Bulgarian aerospace company Indurasat at a cost of 50 million Kenyan shillings, around $372,000, over 2 years, the space agency said. The agency says it will operate for 5 years and then decay over 20 years, entering the atmosphere and burning out. The launch rocket had 50 payloads from other countries, including Turkey, under SpaceX's rideshare program.
Thank you so much for watching Dalsan TV. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Have a lovely